We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities. We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
A lot of more hands-on activities, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
I was shearing my lamb for fair. I have 2 lambs.
This lamb is stubborn.
Taking care of animals is you feed them twice a day, make sure they have water, walk them, make sure they're ready for fair. Vet science is the first year before you can actually go into animal science, and it's a lot of like hands-on with the different animals, and you get to learn different things such as giving shots, castrating, all that fun stuff. For me, wanting to be a vet when I'm older, it helped prepares me. All the stuff that I'm learning in ag is definitely going to help me.
I'm in ag communications. Anything that you see on the Facebook page is what we do, and pictures, and we do all the posters that are around campus, anything that just promotes ag.
Our students are all part of the FFA organization, and through that we have a chapter officer team. We do monthly chapter meetings because we're trying to get them involved outside of class so they can find something that they're interested in, and they need something that's going to hook them so that they're ready for life after high school.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
We're in manufacturing engineering. We design parts, 3D parts, 2D parts, we create assemblies.
It's helping me get training in all of this stuff, like the computer programs that we have here, the machines that we have here. We learn a lot of math in here, mostly geometry and fractions, because I love math. That's why I'm in this class.
Mr. Lemmy, he's a great instructor.
So the problem is this piece itself.
He really goes hands-on with us. He helps us as much as we can. We've learned a lot from him.
Right now we're supplying students that are skilled in the safety, basic operation of machine work, and then they also leave with some soft skills. They understand they have to be on time. They understand that they have to get up and talk to people. Most of them are walking out of here with a solid foundation in the entry level of a trade.
They can have a job anywhere they go because they have a basic understanding of what it's going to take to put products out that people are going to use.
Hopefully this is a good career for me. End up doing something good, have a good life, and make some money.
learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn, along with my main man, director Julian Wilson. And here we are, our volleyball game of the week here at Bakersfield High School, home of the Drillers, as they host the Highland Scots in a Valley League showdown. These two teams met on September 23rd at Highland, with the Drillers winning 3-0 in this one. They are both looking for positioning in the Valley League. BHS currently in third place behind Independence and BCHS. Highland still looking for that first league win as we begin the second half of the league slate. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would believe it, we are now just 2 weeks left in the regular season after this game concludes before the playoffs start. It feels like we just started the season yesterday, and here we are gearing up for the postseason and these big league pushes. A big tilt tonight in the Valley League as these two teams get ready to line up for the national anthem. We will pause our audio for just 1 second. We'll come back and get this one going. We welcome you to the Kern High Network. We'll be right back after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for this Valley League showdown between the Highland Scots. We're looking at their starting lineup right now. Tiffany Torres, you just saw in the starting lineup. Riley Martin, Rachel Segura, Brooklyn Hill, Isabella Shear, and number 21, J.N. Phillips. The starting lineup for the Drillers, coached by Ed Orozco. Number 1, Sydney Lewis, the freshman setter. Number 2, Jennifer Rea Jr. on the outside. Lucille Osh, the freshman. Number 3. Number 10 is Raya Kelsey. You saw her on In the Huddle on Monday, the junior middle blocker. Number 14, Valeria Vargas Garcia, senior libero. Number 15, Grazi Silva, a junior outside hitter. And also on the outside, number 16, Terry Roberson. The Drillers are 16-12-1 this season, 2-2 in league play. Highland 12-15-2, 0-4 in league play, coached by Anissa Cerna. Great to have her and her senior DS, Riley Martin, on the show Monday on In the Huddle as we get this one about underway. Both teams doing their pregame meeting. And we're going to get rolling here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these teams are looking for playoff positioning right now as we look at the playoffs. Bakersfield High is a D3 base, which means they can play up to D2, play D3 are moved down to D4. Highland is a D4 base, which means their 3 divisions that they could be playing in are D3, D4, or D5. Right now, it looks like the Drillers around a 12 seed in Division 3 if the season ended today, where Highland is likely going to go mid-Division 5 at this point with their rankings, and the Max Preps rankings is what the Central section uses to seed the playoffs.
Don't shake your foot.
Julian over here reminding everybody that we are here at BHS, which still has the old wooden bleachers, and so any slight movement, even for a guy like me who likes to shake his leg, will move the camera. So, Julian, I'm going to do my best not to do anything as well.
I'm very
tonight,
sorry
brother.
about that. Yes, I just.
No, we're all good. All right, here we go. We're ready to start off. The freshman, Sydney Lewis, ready to serve for the Drillers. And an ace to start it off for BHS. So just like that, the Drillers take an early 1-0 lead. Lewis, who was also part of the first on-site in the huddle when we were here at BHS some 6 weeks ago, as the ball goes into the net and a quick 2-0 lead for the Drillers. Great to have her and Davis Olsen were the 2 student athletes that we had on that show, and man, that show has really kind of taken off, Julian, in the last 6 weeks that we've gone to Independence, to Liberty, to West High, to Miramonte. Just absolutely incredible, so much fun. This week we're heading over to South High, and there, finally Highland gets on the board with a nice kill that hits the floor over there on the left-hand side. It's number 16, Isabella Shear, ready to serve for the Scots. And that one sails long, 3-1 lead now for the Drillers. That's Grazi Silva, the junior, with an ace. Some great serving so far for the Drillers to get the early 4-1 lead here over the Scots here in Valley League play. Grazi was the interview last week. Great young lady. Portuguese is her native language, but she was more than happy to help out and do the interview last week. Very appreciative of her being able to do that. With English being her second language, she was ready to step up to the plate, a competitor, if you will. So here we go, Drillers up 5-1. Silva, ooh, nice dump off the ace, and a third ace so far out of their first 6 points for the Drillers, and quickly 6-1 lead. Another great serve by Silva, finally gets over the net. Nice little rally going on. And that one sails long, and that will break up the 4-0 run for the Drillers. It's Alexis Jackson. She was on the show last week at Highland on In the Huddle. Great to have her and Rachel Segura on there as she misses the ace right into the net, and that'll be a side out BHS. As a libero, Valeria Vargas Garcia, one of just 2 seniors on the roster for the Drillers this year. Very young squad, a lot of juniors and freshmen on this roster. We'll go over that in just here a bit. Nice serve, great dig there for the Scots, and that shot sails wide and is now an 8-2 lead for the Drillers here in the first set. Here on Kern High Network, I am Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Happy to have you guys on. Vance Palm is on assignment tonight, so he's not doing the call. I am more than pleased and with a lot of gratitude being here tonight, especially with my main man Julian by my side. And that serve by Vargas Garcia goes wide, and that'll be a side out Highland. Maddie Hayes checks in, as does Kayla Blanton for the Scots. And it will be Blanton heading to serve this one. Nice ace there. Unable to be corralled by the Drillers. So now an 8-4 lead for BHS. Tonight's crew up on the stand is Ricky Serrano, on the court Bob Williams, two incredible human beings I like to be able to call my friends. Nice dig there. Ooh, nice rally going on. And just a quick little misstep for the Scots, and that'll be a side out BHS, and they'll get the ball back. Caitlin Cav, also a state qualifier and a state medalist in swimming for the Drillers, back to serve. Just a sophomore for the Drillers. Nice dig there by Paisley Rankin. Set up there by Sydney Lewis. Rhea Kelsey with the shot. Scott's able to corral it. Here goes Kelsey one more time. This one is a kill for the junior. It's a 10-4 lead now for the Drillers. Rhea Kelsey on the show on Monday with Stan Green and Greg Kerr and myself. All alone she was, and she did a fantastic job on it. And another ace for the Drillers. Calf gets that to hit the floor. 11-4 lead. My math says that's 5 aces thus far for the Drillers. Another nice serve. Nice dig by Rachel Banyolis. Lucille Osh, a freshman, with the kill for BHS. Calf back to serve once again. Near the back line, nice dig. That one sails long, and it will continue this 5-0 run for the Drillers. And a quick timeout by Highland head coach Anissa Cerna. It is a 13-4 lead for the Drillers. I'd like to take this time to thank the Bakersfield High team for hosting us tonight. Also a special thank you to Stan Green, the Kern High School District Superintendents, and our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union for allowing us to put on amazing events just like this one for you, our community. And a big thank you to the BHS administration, Principal Ryan Guyvit, the Assistant Principal of Instruction, Alicia Olnick, the AP of Administration, my buddy Ricky Ashida, Athletic Director Tammy Mayoka. I'm going to talk about Tammy here in just a second, what she's been able to do since her time here as Athletic Director, and then Activities Director Anna Olson. One thing that I've noticed in my 10 years is the scoreboards here at BHS in the gym were always outdated, and a lot of times you couldn't even read them at times because they were just so old. And Tammy has done such a great job coming here, doing renovations to the gym, putting up these new section and league championship banners, putting up these individual state championships, and you just look at the track and field one over here. Julian, at some point tonight, we got to get a good close-up on these because they're actually incredible, because when you think about the whole oldest high school in Kern County deserves recognition like this inside of their own gymnasium. Nice little dink there by Lucille Osh with another kill. And the Drillers starting to pull away here in the first set over the Scots. In league right now, BCHS is top of the food chain, if you will, 18-6 overall. They're 4-0 in league heading into tonight's action. Has not dropped a set, have the Eagles. Right behind them are the Independence Falcons, 3-1. Just behind them in third place are the Drillers right here, and that one sails just wide. Finally a side out for Highland, and they'll get the ball back, trailing 14-5. Ridgeview, which went 17-5-1 in non-league action, 1-3 in league play, heading in tonight at BCHS. And Independence is in a cross-league matchup, hosting Liberty tonight. And then Highland at 12-15-2, 0-4, sitting in 5th place right now in league. Lewis with the set. Kelsey, nice dig for the Scots. Another nice set by Lewis. Freshman to freshman. Lucille Osh again with the kill. Her 3rd kill in the last 4 points for the Drillers. And the freshmen are doing a lot of damage at the net for the Drillers. As we see Osh, who's got those 3 of the last 4 kills for the Drillers, back to serve. That shot sails long. And our main Driller ball. That serve goes into the net. Side out Highland. Alexis Jackson with the shot, sails just wide, side out. Drillers. A little uniform change numbers for us here with these breast cancer awareness pink jerseys for the Scots. Just getting a few things figured out here. Riley Martin has gone from number 8 to number 3, and Alexis Jackson has gone from 4 to 8, and we'll get those corrected throughout the broadcast tonight. Drillers trying to keep this one alive, and it will not go over the net. So it'll be a side out. Scots. It looks like number 13, Manette Chima. Nope. Just kidding. Waiting for the call from the officials. It looks like Brooklyn Hill is going to check in for Maddie Hayes. And Manat Chima is going to check in. She will take the place of Kayla Blanton. And Hill is back to serve. The lefty. Love a southpaw. Grazi Silva with the shot. Nice save by the Drillers. Ooh. What a set by Sydney Lewis and a great kill by Grazi Silva. Side out. Drillers makes it 18-7 here in the first set. And after that great set for Lewis, she's back to serve. Nice dig there by Martin. And a nice kill in the middle by Jackson. And here come the Scots. Down 18-8 here in the first. Isabel Shear is back to serve for the Scots. And that Driller chant starting to get a little bit louder here in the gym here at BHS. Lewis once again. That was Jennifer Reyna on the shot. Nice little push there. Ariane Razzo with the kill for Highland. And they're on a quick 2-0 run. Just the second consecutive points for the Scots here in the first set. Silva, Lewis, back to Silva. Nice block, but unable to corral it. So another kill for Silva. It's back to a 10-point lead for BHS here in the first. Silva back to serve. Another ace for the Drillers. And that's the third ace for Silva. Just 5 points away from opening this up with a commanding first set for the Drillers. If they can keep this pace going. Oh, Silva gets a little help from the net on her fifth ace here in the first. Serving for the Drillers has been absolutely phenomenal, Julian, tonight. Oh, and they call that one in. That's 3 straight aces for Silva back at the serve. And by my math, she's got 5 aces and 2 kills thus far. So a big first set for the junior for BHS. An early candidate for player of the game. And another ace as that one goes right off the hands of Raquel Buenolas. And that's 4 straight aces and 5 consecutive points for Grazi Silva. Now 23-9, just 2 points away from taking a commanding 1-0 lead here over the Highland Scots. Here on the Kern High Network, I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Glad to have you guys along on this broadcast, our volleyball game of the week. Alexis Jackson looks for something nice. Pickup. Lewis. Over to Robertson. Scots trying to get a movement, but they get nothing there, and that'll be an unforced error. 6-0 run. Drillers looking to close it out now with Silva at the serve. Silva back, gets a little help from the net. Scott's able to corral it, but they will not be able to get that over the net, and that's how the first set ends. 25-9, BHS dominant first set, especially from the serve line. So the Drillers up 1-0 early. Here on the Kern High Network, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong, grow your possibilities.
Got the legend Henry Barrios shooting photos tonight for Kern High Network. Worked with Henry for about 3 years at the California. And when I walked into that place in 2014, that photo department had about 120 years of institutional knowledge in the city shooting photos. Absolutely phenomenal, and Henry was a big, big part of that. We talked about the playoff implications of what's going on with just 2 weeks left. And if you're kind of looking at how the season would end today, there's 2 teams from the River League that are in Division I, just 8-team bracket in Division I. Liberty right now is sitting at the 2 seed. They're at Independence tonight, and then Centennial, they are hosting Garces tonight. They're sitting at the 6th seed. Right behind them is Bakersfield Christian, another local team, but not in the Kern High Network. Division II, it looks like the top local from Kern High School District will be Stockdale, sitting right around the 7th seed, with Frontier just behind them, looking at around the 10 seed if the season ended today. Craziest thing about D2, Julian, is Exeter has been one of the most dominant programs in the last 8 years since 2016. They've gone 242-86 going into the season. They won 2 Division II titles in 2017 through 2018, and they've been highly competitive. One school, one town, highly competitive in Division II and Division I over the last 4 years, averaging 30 wins a season. They may not make the playoffs this year.
That's unbelievable. And what would you attribute that record to? I mean, that a school can amass that type of record and tradition.
An incredible youth program in that city that loves volleyball. And they may just be in a point where there's a little bit of a lull of the talent in that town, and there's nothing wrong with it. And obviously they're probably going to pull a little bit from Farmersville. They probably got some kids that live in Visalia that decide that they want to go to Exeter for whatever reason, and that's all fine and good. But Exeter's done such a great job, but that's the way the playoffs are. If you're a Division I base, which Exeter is right now because of the strength of what they've done in the past, they may not make the playoffs this year because they've only got yes, they have enough wins to qualify, but where they're ranked right now in the Max Preps rankings of the Central section, they're not in the top 24 right now, and that's what it takes to be in Division I or Division II now. And they can't move down to Division III, so it works out perfect. It's just so phenomenal to think that a team like Exeter might not make the playoffs here. A couple of the other locals in Division III that you might see, I've got Independence sitting right now about the 5 seed. Now, obviously, a lot of things will change. They'll look at matchups. They'll look at travel and all that type of stuff. But if the season ended right now, just according to the seedings, you've got BHS right now looking at about the 12 seed in D3. Shafter, a team that's absolutely playing phenomenal ball in the SSL, 9-0. They're sitting at about the 2 seed right now behind Fresno Christian, who's ranked 14th overall. So really, really great volleyball once again being played in the Central section. And there we go again. There's Grazi Silva one more time, ladies and gentlemen, to start off this second set with a kill at the net. Another great set put up by the freshman Sydney Lewis, who, voila, is back to serve for the Drillers. Already up 1-0 after the 25-9 victory in the first set. And was this a called timeout, Julian? I did not hear the whistle called.
No, I don't know. It looks like there's someone on Highlands having a little bit of an issue.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So we're going to give that young lady just a little bit of time. And it looks like she's okay. Head coach Anissa Cerna gives her the okay, gives her a little pat, says everything's all right. She gets back out there. So that's great to see Brooklyn Hill be able to stay out on the court after whatever it was that happened there. So back to action now. Silva back to serve. Lewis back to serve. Nice dump there by Highland, but Drillers able to corral it, get it back over the net. There's Hill with the set. Hayes. Nice dig by Lewis. Nice little rally. Silva tries to get it over the net, but that is Jackson. Alexis Jackson with the block. That'll tie it up here for the Scots. As we see Isabel Shear checking out. And that'll be Jaslyn Munoz coming in to serve for the Scots. Nice dig by Vargas Garcia. And Silva again with a backline kill. And a 2-1 lead for the Drillers and a side out. We got a lot of action for you here on the Current Eye Network. Not only do we have this game broadcasted for you right now, tomorrow night we're going to be at BHS at Centennial football action tomorrow night. Vance Palm and Kenny Calvin will be on the call. And then Friday afternoon in the huddle, we're going to be at South High, the Spartans. Nice shot there for Razzo, and that'll tie it up for the Scots. South High will be taking on East Friday night, and football action will be live at lunchtime. And it will be Kenny Calvin and Rick Van Horn on the call Friday night. Why will Vance Palm not be on the call Friday night, Julian? Why? Because Vance is doing the greatest thing that anybody can do. He is going to drive up to the Bay Area with 4 of his kids to watch the 5th one, the only. Ava Palm, the graduate for Syracuse, as we see Alexis Jackson with the ace, and now a 4-2 lead for the Scots here in the second set. The Orange are on their West Coast trip, and another ace for Jackson, and a 5-2 lead for the Scots. So after scoring just 9 points in that opening set, they've taken a quick 5-2 lead here. Syracuse is on their West Coast trip, so they're playing at Stanford and Cal this weekend. So Vance has taken the rest of his kids up to be able to spend the entire week with all 5 of his kids. Absolutely phenomenally excited for him and his whole family to be able to get together and watch Ava play as she finishes up her final season. And that ball sails wide, and now it's a 5-0 run for the Highland Scots, and they lead 6-2 here over the Drillers, with Jackson back to serve one more time for the Scots on this run. Can she get another ace? We'll find out. Lewis finally digs it out. Drillers get it back over the net. Hill to Hayes. Robertson with a little push, but it's pulled back. Back over the net for the Scots. Nice rally. Little miscommunication, but a double hit against the Drillers, and that will remain Scott's ball. Ed Orozco, the head coach, former Renegade, former Golden Valley Bulldog, and former CSUB standout. Not happy about that call. So it will remain Highland ball, but that serve will sail long and will end the 6-0 run for the Scots. So the Drillers and libero Valeria Vargas Garcia back to serve, trailing 7-3. And how about another ace for the Drillers? Why not? Both teams serving the ball quite well here tonight as Vargas Garcia gets ready once again to serve. 7-4 lead for the Scots here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Thank you for joining us this wonderful Wednesday evening on a night when the New York Mets make the improbable run to the National League Championship Series after Francisco Lindor hits a grand slam in the 4-1 win, putting away the Philadelphia Phillies tonight in New York. Nice little dump there by Razzo. Side out. Scots. Maddie Hayes back to serve for Highland. Drillers get it back over the net. Miscommunication, but they keep it going. Hill to Razzo. Nice shot there. Ooh. How about Lewis to Osh? Again, freshman to freshman connection. And it works like a charm for the Drillers as they cut the lead to 8-5. You look around this gym and you see so much history. From a school that's actually had to change names, and that name change came over 100 years ago. Kern County High School, what it's been known now over the last 100 years is BHS. Just so much history. You see Jake Varner's Olympic championship poster up there when he won gold in the 2012 Olympics in London. Calf again, back to serve. Nice dig there by Hayes, gets it back over the net. Lewis to Osh, and that'll do the trick. To Rhea Kelsey. And now it's just a 1-point lead for the Scots. 8-7, 3-0 run for the Drillers. Calf with another ace. Unable to be corralled by Riley Martin, and that will tie it up here at 8-8. So that 6-point lead for the Scots quickly erased here as the Drillers march back and tie this one up. Lewis to Osh again. Freshman to freshman connection. Continue to work. And the first lead in this second set since it was 2-1 for the Drillers. They're back ahead 9-8. Lewis to Osh. Is this one going to fall again? Nope. Nice little dig there by Martin. But that shot at the net goes in to the net. And that's a 6-0 run for the Drillers. And now they have a 2-point lead here in the second set and already won the first set 25-9 and have a 1-0 lead in this Valley League showdown. Lewis to Kelsey. Net violation against the Scots. And that will remain Driller ball. Calf is back to serve for the 8th consecutive time, a 7-0 run for the Drillers. Martin with the dig. Serve received. Nice shot by Osh. Great serve receive. Oh, great dig there by the Scots. And again, a double hit, and that will be another unenforced error for the Scots and will remain Driller ball. An 8-0 run. They now have a 4-point lead here, 12-8 here in the second. Cap with the serve. Miscommunication there in the back line for the Scots, and that'll be another ace for the Drillers and a timeout for Highland. It's a good time to thank the Bakersfield High School team for hosting us tonight. Also, special thank you to Stan Green, the Kern High School District Director of Student Support Services, the Kern High School District Superintendents, and our sponsors, the Valley Strong Credit Union, for allowing us to put on an amazing event like this for you, our community. And a big thank you to the BHS Administration Principal, Ryan Guyvit, AP of Instruction, Alicia Olnick, AP of Administration, Ricky Ishida, the Athletic Director, Tammy Mayoka. She's down there watching. Should I give it away? Should I give it away what you're doing right now? She's rooting on the Padres. Hey, the Mets did the Lord's work today. And Activities Director Anna Olson, thank you for all of everybody here at BHS for hosting us tonight. You know, the food that was delivered up here to the table was fantastic, Tammy. Thank you.
I don't recall you receiving any food.
It's a long-running joke between Tammy and I that I like to remind her, but she is a fantastic human being and has done such a great job here as the athletic director here for BHS. So here's Caitlin Caff for a 9th time during this 8-0 run for the Drillers. And finally, a side out, Brooklyn Hill for the Scots. Nice little dump there at the net, and that will end the 9-0 run, and it'll make it 13-9 Drillers. Indy Turner, freshman, back to serve for the Scots. Nice serve. Nice dig. Martin. And there's the freshman again, Lucille Osh, with another kill. That's side out for Drillers. As we see Grazi Silva coming back in tonight. Checking back in for the Drillers. Then right back into her position on the left side. That serve by Osh goes just a bit long, side out. As we see Alexis Jackson checking in for Tiffany Torres for the Scots. We've got Riley Martin, the libero, ready to serve tonight. Silva from Lewis. Sails long. Unforced error. Point Highland. Martin back to serve one more time. Martin was on the in-huddle with Coach Cerna on Monday. Great to have the Scots on the show as we preview tonight's matchup. Nice shot there by the Drillers, and that'll be a side out, make it 15-11. take a quick look around the other leagues here in just a second. River League, Liberty 4-0. Leads that league in competition heading into the second half with just 4 matches left, after this week. Silva, great return there by Highland. Lewis to Kelsey. That ball falls right in the middle. Another kill for the junior. She's back to serve. Centennial sitting in second place in the River League. They're 3-1. Obviously, the only loss coming in a 5-set thriller right here on the Kern High Network. It's a nice block there by Isabel Shear and a side out for the Scots. That rematch of 2 of the top 8 teams in the Central Section will happen October 16th at Centennial. Nice placement there by Carly Arambula, another freshman for the Drillers. And that side out makes it 17-12. In the Mountain League West has a 4-0 record going into tomorrow's action. Right ahead to Tehachapi. East is 2-2 in North and South, both winless in league play thus far. Nice block there by Arambula for the Drillers. Lewis de Silva. Returned by the Scots. And that's an unforced error for the Drillers. Point Scots over in the Horizon League. Arvin leads the league 4-0 record. Golden Valley is 3-1 after a game that I saw last night beating Foothill. Golden Valley is now 3-1 league. In league play, Foothill 2-2. Miramonte and Delaware both looking for their first win in league action. In the SSL, like I said, it's Shafter running away with that league right now. They're 9-0. As that serve goes in the net, side out BHS. In the HDL, Kern Valley is in second place behind Mammoth at 7-2. Mammoth 8-1 in league. Both of those teams should be top 3 seeds, 2 of the top 3 seeds in Division 5. If the season ended today. As that serve sails long for the Drillers, side out. Highland. Scots doing everything they can to stay in this one after having a 7-2 lead. Watch the Drillers go on an 11-1 run to take a 13-8 lead. Now it's 18-14 BHS here in the second. Lewis de Osh again works, but the basketball hoop actually works in Highland's favor as they're able to keep the ball in play. Somehow, Julian, I don't know how that one stayed in play, but it did. I think we'll count the basket. That'll be a 3-pointer. Still waiting for the point here.
I don't know how that fits in with the rules.
Anything up top is in play as long as they're able to keep the ball before the ball hits the net. So that's how the ball is able to stay as the Scots are able to pull that point out. So the Drillers got a 3-point bucket off of that, but the Scots on the volleyball court are able to continue this little run and now trail by 3. Nice block by Torres there as the Scots try to keep this rally going. Hayes looking for a little dink. Nice dig by Vargas Garcia. Osh on the left side. Nice dig for the Scots, and that one will land inbounds. 3-0 run now for Highland. Cuts it to a 2-point Driller lead here in the second set. It ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Alexis Jackson back to serve for Highland. Nice backline serve, good receive. Hill tries to push it, another great serve received, for the Drillers. That's Razzo. She gets it to the back line and cuts it to a 1-point lead. And Drillers head coach Ed Orozco calls for a timeout as their lead dwindles down to 1. A 4-0 lead, a 5-1 run for the Scots makes it an 18-17 lead here for the Drillers.
So what would you say is the difference in this set versus the first set?
The defense for Highland being able to receive the serves that the Drillers were able to get onto the floor in the first set. Scots are in a better position now to be able to receive those and continue and get their offense rolling a little bit more and allowing them to play a little bit more of a cohesive game and not allowing the Drillers just to continue to rack up points on serves.
Yes, well, they definitely came with an answer in this second set.
They really, really have.
We have a good match here.
Yep. So going back to some of the league, the top teams in leagues in the Mountain League West, like I said, is 4-0 leading that league. They look like they're going to be one of the top 5 seeds in Division 4. Fresno Christian's going to be really tough to beat in Division 4. They're D5 based. They can only move up. They're actually ranked 14th overall according to the Max Preps. That small little school just north of Herndon Avenue playing some good volleyball. Jackson with the serve. Nice serve receive for Highland. Nice dig. And that little dink by Calf finally ends the 4-0 run for the Scots and side-out Drillers as they take a 2-point lead here. 19-7 here in the second set. Here on Kern High Network, I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Glad to have you guys along. Lewis to Kelsey, but a nice block there. Woo, doggy by Razzo. Side out. Highland. It really looked like Rhea Kelsey had a great angle on that, but great job by Razzo being able to get in front of that ball, get it onto the court. And she does it again, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're all tied up. Back-to-back blocks for Ariane Razzo. And it's a 19-19 second set. So unlike the first set where the Drillers just kind of ran away with it, the Scots are playing as Maddie Hayes serves this one up. Rhea Kelsey's shot sails long. And not since it was 8-8 here in the second set. Highland has the lead 20-19. BHS with a 1-0 lead after a 25-9 victory in the first set. Nice little dink and side out. Was that Cindy Lewis, the setter with the kill? Caitlin Calf back to serve. Side out Highland, 21-20 lead for the Scots now. Scots have the ball and are in command with a 1-point lead, looking to tie this one up. Scots still looking for their first league victory here, and they're doing everything they can here in the second set to keep that momentum going. Hill to Shear. The Drillers unable to corral it. And now it's a 2-point lead, 22-20 for the Scots, and a timeout for BHS. Here on the Kern High Network, the Scots, they got it going on right now, Julian. A 22-20 lead. They've really kind of taken on. They were down 18-13. And are now on a 9-2 run.
Well, it looks like an entirely different team walked into the gym, started this second set.
It's almost as if the first set never existed for Highland.
Yes.
And they're playing such a more cohesive game right now, and have command here in the second set. And if you're able to tie it up at 1-1, it really kind of wipes the slate clean and now you're playing a best of 3 after that instead of a best of 5. You just wipe it clean and go, all right, it's just like if you girls ever played in JV. It's best of 3 now. Let's go.
Yeah, and you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes when you're doing games where you have sets like we have in volleyball, that team that comes out first hot, the other team is on their heels.
The big Mo, Julian, momentum is on the Scott side right now. Andy Turner back to serve. Nice little rally going on between these two programs. But that shot by Shearer sails just long, cuts it down to a 1-point Highland lead, 22-21, as we see Grazi Silva checking in. She takes her spot back there on the left side. That'll be huge for the Drillers here, trying to corral 4 points to try to take a 2-0 lead. Scott's doing everything they can to continue controlling the lead here. But there's Silva with a little dink, nice dig. And that ball sails long, and we're all tied up now at 22-22. Wipe the slate clean. First one to 3 points wins this one.
That's right.
Esch back to serve. And once again, shot sails long for Highland, and quickly a timeout by head coach Anissa Cerna. Once again, we'd like to thank Bakersfield High and the team for hosting us tonight. Also, special thank you to Stan Green, Kern High School District Superintendents, and our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union for allowing us to put on amazing events like this for you, our community. A big thank you to the BHS Administration Principal Ryan Guyvet, AP of Instruction Alicia Olnick, AP of Administration, my man Ricky Ishida, Athletic Director Tammy Mayoka, and Activities Director Anna Olson. Tammy Mayoka, she is down doing the scoreboard. Much like a lot of our ADs do, they put on a lot of hats and do a lot of things for their programs here. Very blessed to have the athletic directors we do here in the Kern High School District. Nice dig by Vargas Garcia. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, right where she needs to be. Grazi Silva. And it is now set point for the Drillers, up 24-22, looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead. And another timeout for the Scots. 1 second. Wait. Nope. Official Bob Williams says she's already used 2 timeouts, does not have a timeout, so we're going to continue play here. Coach Cerna says, hey, you know what, my bad. I didn't realize I already burned my 2 timeouts. Competitiveness, but also sportsmanship, Julian.
Yes.
It's what you love about high school athletics. Esch with the serve, received by Hayes. And once again, another shot goes long, and the Drillers able to corral a 5-0 lead to finish this one off. 25-22 second set. BHS now leads Highland 2-0 here on the Kern High Network. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
And you
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading into the third set. BHS now leads 2-0 over the Highland Scots. Look at the rest of the schedule, the final 2 weeks of the regular season for Highland. On Monday, the 14th, they'll be at home against BCHS, and then on the road at Independence. Those are the top two teams in the Valley League right now. And then they'll finish up with a cross-league rival on October 21st at home against Frontier, and then we'll finish with senior night October 23rd against Ridgeview. As for the Drillers, next Monday they will be in a cross-league rival against Centennial at home. Then they will travel next Wednesday to BCHS, and then on October 21st, a final road game in the regular season against Ridgeview, and they'll have senior night on October 23rd against Independence. So just like that, Julian, bink, regular season has 2 weeks left.
Where is the time going? And and it's not going fast for us because we're old. I think it's going fast for these student athletes as well.
I really do think so because you look back at the time that we had as high school athletes, and for some that like you that did it longer, I mean, they go by in a blink. You had 5 kids, 4 of them all were outstanding high school athletes, all went off to college. I mean, you saw that time and you went, hey man, here's Fred, he's a freshman at West High, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's graduating college and he's done. I mean, they go by in a blink.
It's like it never happened.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's nothing else you can say that. It's like it never even happened.
Well, and I think I read something because, my son, Hudson, he's 2.5, and I'm just, as an older father, I'm just trying to kind of just watch his progression and be present and accountable, and that's why I love, the life that that my wife and I are able to live right now. And it's, they say that 75% of the time that you spend with your kid is between the ages of like 1 to 15, and then 80% of it is done by the time they're 21 years old. 80% of the time that you get to spend with your children is done within the first 21 years of their life. That's absolutely, and it might actually be 18 years because they factor college in, but soak up this time with your children.
Yes.
Enjoy them. Be present and accountable as much as you can. And I understand that work gets in the way for many of us, but let them know that you care. That's why, you love to come to these games because you have so many parents and aunts and uncles and grandmas and friends and cousins and whatnot here watching. And, this is who they're playing for. They're playing for themselves and their teammates and their school and their coaches and their friends on campus.
Yes.
But they're playing for those that have been there for this entire journey through it. And that's the beautiful thing about high school sports is, 2% of these kids here will play past high school, if that. If that.
Yes.
And so this is their time to enjoy and be competitive and learn these incredible life skills that athletics gives you.
Yes. Mr. Horn, that was well said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's my one. That's my one for the month. All right, the Drillers start this one off with a 1-0 lead here in the third and a 2-0 lead in this match as the Drillers are in command and looking to go to 3-2 in league and remain sole possession of third place here in the Valley and trying to find that playoff positioning that we're all looking for. As a unforced error for the Scots will remain Driller ball in a 2-0 lead. But it's true, Julian, when you look at it. I mean, you really want to. Why do we as men in our 40s and 50s come back and do this?
Right.
It's because we love the competition. We love what we got out of it, and we love watching it, the competition really still at its purest form.
Yes.
And they will call tip on that one as Jennifer Reyna's kill gets tipped by Scots, and it will remain a Driller ball and now a 3-0 lead for BHS. Look at some of these banners here, Julian. I mean, you're talking about a 1916 state championship for the Drillers in football. That's how far back these things go. No other school in town has that as the Drillers go up 4-0 now.
And how do you wrap your mind around that time span? My gosh, I mean, that was not yesterday.
That's pre-World War I,
yeah,
ladies
that
and
was
gentlemen.
not yesterday.
Yeah. We talk about 2016 being a lifetime ago as a side out for the Scots gives Highland the ball back. We're not talking about 2016. We're talking about 1916.
Yes.
And obviously those the top 6 banners here in the gym are all football. But then you start coming along a little bit more. You see a track and field in 1939. Track and field state championship, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-World War II, 1939, 1940. Vietnam era. Another point for the Scots. A Vietnam era Cal High Sports State Championship. That's back when Nelson Tennis, was the head of Cal High Sports. Now his nephew, Mark Tennis, a good friend of mine, runs that. And what a cool moment for Mark. He was able to travel to London and watch De La Salle play a European football team in a regulated football game in the same stadium that the Jets played in on Sunday,
Wow.
the NFL game in London.
That is
And Mark
unbelievable.
Tennis, Cal High Sports, were able to go and be part of it. And you could tell by the tweets that he had on their website as the Drillers were able to get a side out and take a 5-1 lead. 6-1. Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a discrepancy with the score, but I think we have it worked out now. I think
Yeah,
it's
it looked
5-1.
5-2. It is 5-2. Sorry, it looks like AD Mayoka had to take a little step away from the score, but we got it all figured out as the Drillers get the point, and it is now a 7-2 lead for.
Yeah, we.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? That's right.
Okay. Grazi Silva back to serve. Still, I think, might be the front runner for player of the game. Freshman Lucille Esch has played really well, but really you got to look at one player tonight. As a side out for Highland, cuts the lead to 7-3. The freshman setter, Sydney Lewis. A lot of these kills for the Drillers have been there because it's been a perfect ball placement by the freshman setter. Alexis Jackson serve, sails just a bit long. Side out BHS. Valeria Vargas Garcia, the libero, back to serve. Nice little dink. Esch is able to corral it. Lewis, Esch, great block there by Torres. Kelsey that time. Hill now with the ball. Dink there by Razzo. Lewis with the dig, and that ball goes into the net, side out Highland. Now an 8-4 BHS lead. Both of these two teams came to play. Nice serve there by Hayes. Good serve received by the Drillers. Lewis, Esch. Floor, kill, point, Drillers. Really is phenomenal when you look at this BHS team. You've got a freshman, a junior, a freshman. You got one senior on the court right now, and that's libero, Vargas Garcia. Caitlin Caff back to serve, just a sophomore. Your setter, number 1, Sydney Lewis, just a freshman. And that kill in the net, another freshman, Lucille Esch. Very young and talented BHS team.
Well, just to segue in what you were saying earlier, when you were talking about when you played and I played and what we had around us, I think this is another reason why we are here right now, because we knew someone was there for us when we were competing, and we needed that. And it's no different today. They need it as well.
Yep. Shoot, you got little man over there not being able to handle it, and Mama's over there holding him up, but he came here to play and played a little bit too hard, didn't he? Net violation against the Scots. Side out BHS, 10-5 lead here in the third. Grazi Silva checking in for Carly Arambola, another freshman on this varsity team. 5 in total, and they all get playing time. Significant. Hill. Hill once again to Shear. Another nice receive. Miscommunication by the Drillers, and the point will go to the Scots. Alexis Jackson checks in for Tiffany Torres. As Riley Martin. Really well-spoken young lady. Had a great time with her on the show on Monday. Back to serve. Silva. Jackson at the net, unable to be corralled by Kelsey, and the point will go back to Highland. 2-0 run. 2 quick points for the Scots. Cuts it to a 3-point Driller lead here in the third. Highland doing everything they can to try to not get swept tonight, but they do trail by 3 here in the third after a 25-9, 25-22 first 2 set victories for BHS. Vargas Garcia with, oh, what a great shot there by Silva just to the left. And it's now a 3-0 run for Highland. Down by just 2 here in the third. Trying to force a 4th game. Can they do it? That shot there by Kelsey, unable to be corralled by the Scots. Side out BHS. Rhea Kelsey back to serve for the Drillers. Net violation against the Scots. 4-point lead here for the Drillers midway through the third set. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow night we will be live. BHS at Centennial, 7:30 kickoff. A big non-league showdown. The Drillers undefeated 6-0 on the football field, ranked number 5 in the Central section, taking on number 16 Centennial as the point goes to Highland. The Golden Hawks are just a touchdown loss to Moore Park from being undefeated themselves, 5-1.
Wow.
Defeated Garces 55-15 last week. The Drillers opened up league play with a huge 55-14 win over these Highland Scots. And a big showdown, and we'll have that game for you as an ace for Indy Turner. And once again, just a 2-point lead here for the Drillers. I think the biggest change that you've seen here in this match thus far is what we talked about in the second, is that it's the defense for Highland able to corral the serves for BHS that has kept the Drillers from getting a big advantage, as Grazi Silva with another kill makes it 13-10. Going back to football tomorrow night. Such a big tilt with that one. And then we got another major one with another top 10 matchup. It's Frontiers hosting Liberty in a River League matchup. That game got moved to Thursday because an officiating crew unable to go this week, so they had to move that game from Friday to Thursday because it was the only non-homecoming game. No tip against Highland, and they were able to get the side out. And once again, it's only a 2-point lead here for the Drillers, 13-11. So they moved that game. And then also Riggio's at Independence tomorrow night as well. And then we've got a whole another slate of games Friday night. We'll be in the huddle from South High at lunchtime ahead of their Mountain League showdown against the East Blades Friday night. And you'll be at both of those games, correct, Julian?
Correct. I'll be at both of those games. And I'm sure
look at you working 3 nights in a row here on the Current High Network.
Yeah, and I'm sure the South High students are going to be excited when In the Huddle arrives on their
5-1 Spartans, and really they're only a couple turnovers away from beating Independence in an 18-6 loss in week 2 from being undefeated themselves. So the Spartans, best start that they've had in 11 years, as we're all tied up now here in the third. So much like in the second, Highland kind of just hanging around. Highland actually had a lead there late, 20 to 18, 2019 lead, a 22-20 lead before the Drillers were able to reel off 5 in the second set, and that serve goes long, so quick side out, and BHS takes the 1-point lead. But Highland doing everything they can. They don't have a league win thus far in the first half of league play. Looking for that win here tonight, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them. Down 2-0 and down by 1 here in the third. But that serve, a quick side out for Highland, and ties it up here at 14.
And for not having a league win thus far, they don't look bad. The team looks good.
No, and that shows you the depth of the Valley League this year, is that you can be 0-4 and still look like a team that could do some damage in the playoffs in Division 5 this year. A great serve there by Jaslyn Munoz as Highland takes the lead. Their first lead here of this third set, 15-14. Lewis to Robertson. Jackson receives. Lewis over to Esch. That's tipped. Hits the court in a quick side out. And we've got another tie. Not a lot of wiggle room here in the third. Drillers trying to complete the sweep. Highland doing all they can to continue this one and trying to push it to a fourth game and hopefully a fifth game for the Scots. Net violation. 16-15 lead for BHS. Head coach Cerna for the Scots talking to her assistants, trying to figure out a few things here. Hayes. Nice receive by Vargas Garcia. And that one by Esch falls to the court. 3-0 lead here for the Drillers. 3-0 run, 17-15 lead now as Vargas Garcia, the senior setter, back to serve. How about that? Lewis with another assist, this time to Terry Robertson. 4-0 lead for the Drillers. And they're up 18-15 here in the third. A little bit of that mo, Julian, that momentum. Nice serve to the back line for Vargas Garcia. Ball goes into the net. 5-0 run for the Drillers.
Okay, so the word of the day is mo. Is that the word?
We got a little bit mo volleyball to play here.
Oh, wow.
I wish I would have eaten a little bit mo dinner before I came here tonight.
Mo.
I'm going to take a little swig of a little bit mo water.
Okay, we're going to get charged for that. That's going to cost money.
I'm sorry, you're saying that's going to cost a little bit money?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, sir. I apologize. I'm done now. I'm done. All right, so the Drillers have a 19-15 lead here. They lead this set, this match, 2-0. 25-9 first set, 25-22 second set. Here the Drillers are on a 5-0 run after breaking a 15-15 tie, have a 4-point lead and looking to move to 3-2 here in league. Highland with the loss, if they're unable to corral this set and push to a fourth and fifth set, will fall to 0-5 in league play. They're still playoff eligible. Most likely they're gonna play in Division 5 this year, which really I think for this squad is a great spot for them. It's going to be tough. Bishop is a very, very good team. Mammoth very good. Kern Valley, but Highland has a chance to do some damage in D5, just as the Drillers have a chance to do some damage in Division 3 this year. Pardon me. Lewis, Esch, net, and Torres right there with the side out ends the 5-0 run. Now it's 19-16 lead for the Drillers as Maddie Hayes back to serve for the Scots. And an ace for Hayes. Down to a 2-point lead, 19-17 for the Drillers. Hayes' serve goes just a little bit long. Vargas Garcia thought about it for just a second and chose wiser. Let the ball go out, and it's side out for the Drillers, and they're just 5 points away from sweeping this match here in Valley League action tonight here on the Kern High Network. I'm Trevor Horn along with Julian Wilson. Hope you guys are enjoying tonight's broadcast. We know we are. Oh, nice try there by Turner, but an ace, another ace for CAF, and it's a 21-17 lead here. And the Drillers trying to close this one out. Nice little play there for the Scots. And a side out. And the ball back. And a 3-point Driller lead now here in the third. Look at my man Cleveland doing his job. Doing work. I love hardworking human beings. And he's one of them. How about another ace here? Indy Turner. And it's now a 21-19 lead for the Drillers. 2-0 run for the Scots. Trying to stay in this one here in the third. Trying to force a fourth set. Vargas Garcia. Turner's able to get the ball over. Hill pushes it over and finds the court. Nice little dink there. Finds a little spot in the court right there in the middle and cuts the Driller lead to 21-20. Scott's not going away, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a fun finish here in the third, however way this one goes. Whether we go off air or we move to the fourth, doesn't matter to me. I'm enjoying this one. Woo. Hill to Shear, the freshman, ties it up with the kill. Timeout BHS.
And it's a timeout to break the Mo.
I take a little bit Mo time to talk to their players.
That's right.
And I'd like to take a little bit Mo time to thank Bakersfield High School for hosting us tonight. Also a special thank you to Stan Green, the Kern High School District Superintendents, and our sponsors, the Valley Strong Credit Union, for allowing us to put on amazing events and allowing Julian and myself to hang out and talk to you guys for just a little bit, and amazing events for our community like this, like our 2 football games, like we do Into Huddle on Mondays and Fridays. And also a big thank you to all of our BHS administration, Principal Ryan Guyvett, AP of Instruction Alicia Olnick, AP of Administration Ricky Ashita, the one, the only Athletic Director, Tammy Mayoka, and Activities Director, Anna Olson. Thank you guys all for being gracious and wonderful and kind hosts to us this evening. As we're here on the Kern High Network broadcasting a Valley League matchup, the Drillers with a 2-0 lead. The Scots doing all they can to stay competitive and try to push this one to a fourth set. It's Isabel Shear, the freshman outside hitter, back to serve for the Drillers. Excuse me, for the Scots. I apologize. No net violation on that one. Nice block there by Turner. And Lewis mishandles it just a bit. And now Highland, after that nice little rally between both teams, now has a 22-21 lead here in the third. Can the Scots rally and force a fourth game? Lewis with a little dink. Hill with a nice dig. Lewis tries to dink it again. This time, ooh, Hayes pushes it over. Nice rally going on, ladies and gentlemen. Drillers trying to tie this one up. Scott's doing all they can to take a 2-point lead. Oh, that net played funny, didn't it? Esch, Hayes, Hill. Finishes out Isabella Shearer, the freshman, with another kill. And now it's 23-21. Scott's leading the Drillers here, trying to force a fourth game. BHS coach Ed Orozco elects not to call a timeout just yet. Grazi Silva still not on the court in this rotation for the Drillers. And finally a side out for the Drillers. Breaks a 6-0 run for the Scots and cuts it to a 23-22 lead. And just like we said, here comes Grazi Silva back in her,
just right now.
Right in her spot on the left side. Lucille Esch back to serve. Drillers trailing 23-22. Shearer's shot goes in the net, and we're all tied up. Do I say it?
Please say it.
A little bit of momentum.
Jeez.
Esch back to serve once again, and we're all tied up here at 23. A little mishap there. And now we've got set point for the Scots, up 24-23 as Alexis Jackson checks back in for Tiffany Torres. And it's Riley Martin, libero, back to serve. Set point for Highland. Can they pull this one off? And fourth. Lewis, Silva. And we're all tied up. Killed by Silva. Ties it up 24-24. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to win this one by 2.
Right.
So we ain't done yet. Rhea Kelsey back to serve. All tied up here in the third. Drillers win. This one's over. Highland wins. We move to the fourth set. This is why we love high school athletics. Oh, nice dig there for the Drillers. Lewis De Silva once again. 25-24 Drillers. Timeout Highland, and we have set point here.
And what a decisive kill that was. You could almost see it in her eyes that was going to go down. There was no other answer.
But how great of a kill is that, just off of the set by Lewis, who has done it all night long for the Drillers.
Yes.
I mean, the Drillers got, 75 points right now and probably 45 to 50 assists.
Unbelievable.
For Lewis. Just an incredible game here for the freshman tonight. Has really set the tone for the Drillers offense. And these last 2 sets, Highland has done all they can to stay in both of these. Had a lead late, but here are the Drillers once again taking the lead back late, and now they're up 25-24 with set point coming right now. And Rhea Kelsey, the junior, back to serve. 25-24 Drillers lead here. Can they seal it, or is Highland going to try to continue this third and push it to a fourth? Here we go. Lewis. Silva! That'll finish it off, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute thriller of a third set. What a way to finish this one off. BHS with a 3-0 victory, 25-9, 25-22, 26-24. Great coaching, great playing, great officiating. Absolutely phenomenal night to be able to be next to you, Julian. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Vance having another assignment that he had to take off tonight, because I had an absolute thrill in this one. For Stan Green, our great leader, we'd like to call our player of the game, and it is the freshman, it is the setter, it is number 1, it is Sydney Lewis, is our Kern High Network player of the game. The Drillers victorious 3-0. For Julian Wilson, I'm Trevor Horn. We'll be back in action tomorrow night with Vance, Palm, Kenny Calvin, and Julian over at Centennial for Kern High Network football. We've got In the Huddle on Friday afternoon at South High, and then we've got the Mountain League Showdown. It's the South High Spartans host the East High Blades. I'm Trevor Horn. God bless. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.